And here we have f of x is equal to the square root of x plus 9 minus 3 divided by x. And we want to find the limit of f of x as x approaches 0. So note the following. When x is equal to 0, and then f of 0 then this is equal to 0 dividing by 0. And let's take a look at the function on the graph. And so we see that limit from the left limit from the left side. If we approach 0 from the left, we see that it's look like it's a number that's a little bit more than that's about 0. And if we approach 0 from the right side, then we also get the same number. So it looks like it's not undefined. And so how do we? So we need to find the limit analytically and see what that number is. So it looks like from the graph, it's just a little bit above the x-axis. So let's find the limit. And so what we need to do first is this. We need to simplify this expression right here. And to simplify something like this, what we want to do is this. Multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate of the top. The conjugate of this is just changing the minus to the plus. And so now we have this times that and times the conjugate. And so for the bottom here, we just get x times that. And then the top, recall that this is just like the difference of 2 squares. So this is difference of 2 squares. And recall that the difference of 2 squared, maybe just square the first and square minus square the second. So this will be the square root of x plus 9 squared and then minus 3 squared. So once again, if we have the difference of 2 squares, then just square the first and then minus square the second. And recall that if you have square root square, then you just get the x plus 9 and you get minus 9. And this becomes x. And so the square root of x plus 9 minus 3 times the square root of x plus 9 plus 3, then this becomes x. And then x divided by x is just 1, or this x and this x will cancel out, and what's left is 1 dividing by the square root of x plus 9 and plus 3. And so now we have this. The limit of that is equal to f of x, which is this, but we know that the square root of x plus 9 minus 3 dividing by x is the same as this. And now we let x approaches 0, then we get 0 plus 9. And this becomes 1, 6. And if we look back at the graph, this is 1, 6. So as x approaches 0 from the left side, y approaches 1, 6. And then as x approaches 0 from the right side, y approaches 1, 6. And so the limit as x approaches 0 equal to 1, 6. And again, remember that whenever we say that the limit of f of x as x approaches 0 is 1, 6, then what we also saying is that as x approaches 0 from the left, we get 1, 6. As x approaches 0 from the right, we also get 1, 6. So that's what it means to say that x approaching 0, and we get 1, 6.